30th of December 2021, the Essex boys had to make a trip up London. Uncle Mike said he'd sorted out a new supplier of product. It was better quality and a better price. The boys meant business tonight. They'd been given VIP hospitality at the darts, and tonight they'd hit the bullseye. Pull this deal off, and they'd be moving product quicker than Uncle Mike last in bed. But Uncle Mike seemed to be very relaxed, a bit too relaxed. J-Bone and Wilbertross feared that he might fuck this up, but he was a Bosh soldier, and he always will be. They made their way to the venue. The boys were in high spirits. The Wilbertross was off his nut again. The plan was this. Uncle Mike would do all the talking, knock a few zeros off the price tag. Then he'd arrange where to pick up the product and the boys would take it back to Essex. Now this was Hitman H. The boys had brought him in for a bit of muscle, and security had intensified just because of his arrival. Not only was he a lethal sharpshooter, but he was young and hungry, and he was ready to make a name for himself. Just what the boys needed. They made their way to their seats. The anticipation and excitement was building. Uncle Mike quickly got to work and began negotiations with the supplier. Well, sort of. The atmosphere was electric and the boys couldn't help but have a little dance and chat up every bird in a 100-metre radius. Uncle Mike was buying a fuckload of drinks, but negotiations were going well and he felt nastier than ever. After hours of discussion and partying, finally a deal was made. All was left to do now was pick up the product and move it back to Essex. But somewhere in central London, Uncle Mike had dropped a huge load of product after he got into a fight with a punter. This was bad. Now there was specific importance on this product in particular. This was talcum powder and it was for Big D. He'd been complaining about not being able to get his swimming hat on his head and needed the talcum powder so he could go swimming comfortably. Now Big D was not going to be happy. But when Uncle Mike explained that there was enough talcum powder left from the other shipments, Hitman H and the boys let him off. The night had still been a huge success, and it was one that would go down in the history books. As the boys looked over the city of London, they pondered that one day the whole city would be run by them. The Essex takeover was in full swing. With the addition of Hitman H, they were only getting stronger. They were getting richer, more powerful, and they were more feared by rival firms than ever. But most importantly, they were getting hungrier. Essex had arrived. Big time.
I'm the fucking king of Essex. I'm the king of, not you, I'm the king of Essex. I'm the king of fucking Essex.
Uncle Mike.
Oh, me and you need to do a fucking deal.
And then came this rascal. But his story will be told another day.
Heaven knows when life